Welcome to another video of my Picky Toddler Eats segment. Today I'm going to show you how to incorporate fruit into your little one's diet. I'm always showing you how to incorporate vegetables. This here is the first video that I'm making to show you how to incorporate fruit other than banana. I hope you enjoy this video as much as I enjoyed making it for you. It looks like traditional Very Berry ice cream, but this is a much healthier version. Thank you for tuning in to my segment of Picky Toddler Eats. Today I'm going to show you how to incorporate berries into your toddler's dessert. She thinks she's eating ice cream, but what she's really eating is a mock ice cream version that I made using only 2 ingredients. I hope you enjoyed this video as much as we enjoyed making it for you. Okay, so this here is what I'm going to be using. I'm going to start off with my mixed berries. They're frozen mixed berries. I only spent $1 for them at the 99-cent store. And then I'm also going to be using this here. I'm going to be using the light frozen Cool Whip, which I have thawed. And the reason why is because the calories and the fat and the sugars, you can tell that it's a lot less than traditional ice cream and also a lot less than traditional Cool Whip. Of course, we're considering the serving sizes here is for only 2 tablespoons. And traditional nutritional facts for the serving sizes for traditional ice cream is 1.5 cups, but I only treat her to a very small portion of this. So that's why I'm using the light Cool Whip, and looking at the calories and the total fat and the sugars, has only 1 gram of sugar when you use 2 tablespoons. And I like to make sure I only use 2 tablespoons per ice cream serving for her. So this here's what I'm going to use as my base. I did defrost it. Luckily with Cool Whip, it doesn't take too long, only like 30 minutes for it to defrost naturally. And then when it comes, like without putting it inside of the microwave or on hot water. And then when it comes to the mixed berries, I let them defrost naturally as well. If you're in a rush to do it, you can just put them inside of the microwave for about maybe 10 seconds. You don't want to put it in for too long. You don't want the berries to get hot because then it's going to melt the Cool Whip. We don't want it melted. We don't want it to become watery. We just want it to stay slightly thickened. So this is what it's going to look like right here. This is the consistency that you want, like that. And if you do add hot berries to it, it's going to melt and it's not going to freeze properly. When it comes to the berries, you can add as much or as little as you like. I do not pre-measure, I just put in this little small cup. Now the next step is up to you. Originally I like to get the berries and I like to put them inside of my Magic Bullet and blend them, but not everyone has that, or a blender doesn't want to make an even bigger mess. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get these berries, put it on a plate. I'm going to use a fork and I'm going to use the back of my fork to mash it. But if you do have a Magic Bullet or a blender and you don't mind the extra cleanup, obviously, you know, of course you can use that. But I'm just going to use the back of my fork here. I see more strawberries than blackberries. Just have 1 blackberry and 1 raspberry. The rest look like strawberries to me. So it's not going to be too seedy, too overly seedy for the baby. I do love blackberries. I love the taste. I love the health benefits. And Allison does love them too, but they can be a little bit too seedy for her. So I don't give them to her too much. She does make a little face sometimes. So there we go. Next, I'm going to open up this and I'm going to incorporate my 1 cup of defrosted Cool Whip to this. And I'm going to add the Cool Whip and the berries, and I'm going to use my spoon to mix it. Just going to give it a good mix. There we go. So you can see that it's already changed in color, so it's going to be very visually appealing to little ones. I see little pieces of the berries. And then now all I'm going to do is pop it back inside of the freezer, and Cool Whip takes very little time for it to freeze. I mean, honestly, just like maybe 1, maybe 2 hours depending on your freezer. And then I'm going to serve it to her, and then you will see that it is toddler approved, Picky Toddler approved. This here is the end result. It looks like your traditional Very Berry ice cream. What is this?
Green.
Yes, that's the color green. But what is this?
Ice cream.
Ice cream. Do you want some ice cream?
Yeah.
So for this video, I'm giving her a little bit more than the traditional serving I usually give her, just to spoil her a little bit. She's behaved very well today. So that's a traditional ice cream scoop. So you can see it's Picky Toddler approved. I love that I created this invention for her. ever since she was a baby, a newborn, we've worked very hard at making sure we incorporate healthy fruits and vegetables and healthy foods, organic based foods for her. But unfortunately, in life, when she steps outside, she sees other types of foods like cookies and candies and cakes. And because of the colors, they're very visually appealing to toddlers. So it got a little bit more difficult for us to only give her fruit and vegetables and whole grains. So that's when I decided to make this Picky Toddler Eats segment on YouTube for mommies and daddies alike who have children who, like every other toddler, gets very excited and curious about foods outside of the foods you give at home. Like even when we put on television, all we put on for her is educational television. But even with Sesame Street, there's Cookie Monster, who does what? Eats cookies all day. You know, so she began asking questions about cookies and what they are. And even when you do learning songs on YouTube or on television, you know, they talk about ice cream and lollipops and cookies and cakes, and it just makes it that much more difficult for her to not be exposed to junk food. So I'm very happy that I was able to play with food for her. I was very happy I was able to incorporate different types of fruits and vegetables into her everyday meals and make her think that she's enjoying a treat, like a cookie or like ice cream in this example. And she thinks she's eating the food that she sees on television and outside, but in reality, it's mock cookies, or like mock healthy cookies and healthy ice cream. As you can see, I did serve her a much bigger portion than the traditional 2 tablespoons I give her, and she did not eat the whole thing. She's not accustomed to more than a very small serving of this. And what I love about this is that you can give it to even children, not just toddlers. It's a much healthier version than ice cream. You can give it to them as a treat, as an after-dinner treat, and when they behave very well. Well, thank you so much for watching this video today. We hope you enjoyed this video as much as we enjoyed making it for you. If you did enjoy it, please be sure to give a like, comment, and subscribe, and share to all of your mommies and daddies of picky toddlers. Say bye-bye. Just a little side note here, if you did want to be specific the way I am, usually when I give her this ice cream, I use this. How I said I use 2 tablespoons, which is like what the Cool Whip suggested serving size is. I use this little thing. I got it at Walmart, I think, for like $3-4. I use it for a lot of things, and this measures perfectly to 2 tablespoons. It cost about $3-4.